Hello, hello, Civ 7 community. My name is Tim, and I am back with another Augustus of Rome video. We're going to do the first 25, maybe 30 turns. I am doing a quick run instead of a standard speed run. Let's see where we can go from here. We started out with a scout. We've got a pretty good start. We've got some solid food options right here, food, happiness, and a luxury. I've got at least one horse and a cotton and an iron. So I'm going to have some bonuses to both my melee units and my mounted units right away. So that is pretty badass. I started with a scout. I'm going to do a double scout into a double warrior start. I think that is probably the best way to go about it. We have a luxurious encampment up here, which is pretty badass, and I'm going to go straight there with my scout. City has grown, which I expected. We are going to immediately open up the Cowlin. That is going to give us a healthy amount of food and some happiness right away and a resource. So, good move there. There's a little bit of lag there on that character moving. That was kind of interesting. Don't usually see that. So I get 67 gold with some damage to my scout, or I can get some happiness. We're going to take the gold. Gold is extremely useful in the early game, and I mean extremely useful. That's already going to let us grow the city again. Now, I don't have anything great right away. I've got the iron here, and I've got the horses here. We're going to go to the iron first. So the next thing we grow to will be the iron, because legions. If I was playing as Egypt, Augustus of Egypt, I would consider the horses right away, but I think iron right away is going to be the best move. Now, oh, got some wreckage there I can move into. I could have moved in there this turn, but I didn't notice it. So we'll come back for it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom up and spread out into this tundra area real quick.
The caged bird.
All right. Now, I think our focus is going to be cultural this time around. Although, if I have to go military, I sure will. In fact, I might go both. So yes, we're going to go ahead and open up that iron. That feels like the smart move here. Rome is going really fast. Now, I am on quick instead of normal standard speed as well, so that is why it feels so much faster than it has been too. Let's see, anything else up here? Nope. Let's double down on the money option. Can I build a settler yet? No, that's right. I need to get there still. So we're going to do mysticism and then discipline. And since I am going in for the infantry start, we'll go ahead and do that as the option. Now we got a double social policy. I get two because that is one of the starting perks that I have because I'm level 2 with Augustus now. I've played him enough times. The other one was the expansionist perk, was a point in expansionist, so my settlers will be 25% faster. Now we've got happiness and culture, or even more money. Let's just keep doubling down on the money. It feels like money is a really overpowered in Civ 7 compared to previous Civs. So that's what we're gonna go with. Now I might just park it here and wait until I can get to that coastal edifice, because that is probably gonna be worth growing into. Now 1, 2, 3, 3. So we're gonna want to go here or here. And that is not going to have fresh water. 1, 2, 3. So I can get fresh water here. And I get fresh water up here. Go up to this campfire next with him. All of these edifices, campfires, luxury encampments, caves, etc., are basically your tribal villages goodie huts from any previous Civ games. So there are a lot of different looks. But as far as I can tell, they're no different than the fact that they have different sprites for all of the different mountains. You know, they've got 9 or 10 different versions of mountains, so that they just look like they have more variety. And you pick from one or two different options. So let's see, I've got a quarry and a mine and a farm. So neither of these are urgently useful, so let's go ahead. I built the double warrior. Let's go ahead and do a triple slinger now. Let's go heavy military. I haven't found any neighbors yet, and I feel like that means that I am going to let's smooth the offense and take the culture. Oh. I should have been paying attention to the fact that that scout was already injured, but you know what? It was worth it for the culture. I'm going to go ahead and say it was worth it. I don't know that it actually was, but I'm going to say that it was. Now, we are looking for our second and third settlement options, because as soon as I am able...
made of clay.
I'm going to dump 2 of them on the game real quick. Now, let's see. We've expanded to the iron. Is there anything nearby that is great? Not really. So let's go ahead and woodcutter it out here so that we can get to the horses next. We got the garden. We got the settlement limit there with the writing. We got sailing. Let's go irrigation. Let's go irrigation. Now we got the Basilica or... Temple of Jupiter. Public life, Oracle, discipline, probably discipline. Yeah, let's just do discipline. And now we've got the Pantheon. The Pantheon is just what your altar does. I really like God of the Sun. It just gives you 1 point for everything. If you're building a lot of cities, it adds up fast, I feel like. See, here's a cave, so that's another like goodie hut. So I found quite a few of those this go round. That's been a nice thing about this start, is I have had quite a few little bonuses and narrative events there. So that's nice. That's one thing I do like about Civ 7. And there are a lot of things to like about Civ 7, despite the fact that a lot of people are griping. Like, I'm giving it a solid 8. I'm enjoying the heck out of it so far. I have not gotten much past... I've gotten into the Age of Discovery, but I haven't gotten all the way through the Age of Discovery yet. So I have not done any late game yet, and I've only played with 4 leaders now so far. Do I want to lean real heavy into the money? No, let's go culture. Let's go culture and happiness on this one. We don't need to hyper focus on the money. Just mostly focus on the money. Mostly focus is a good way to put things. Choose celebration. We're going to go with the infantry units for 6 turns, because that's what I'm building. And then do the money for settlements. We're going to keep leaning into the military. I've still not found any small or large civs. There's an independent village, finally. And they're hostile, of course. But you know what? We're just going to befriend them right away. Like, right away. Just dump all the points into it. Ooh. I'm going to cross that. That's intriguing. I really do like the navigable rivers. That is something to be happy about. Like, there are a lot of things to like about this. Like, one, it is pretty freaking stunning. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a pretty freaking gorgeous game. Okay, now that was a bad move, because I'm gonna get hit by at least one of those slingers. But, you know, that's alright. I still don't have sailing, do I? No, I didn't think so. Okay, so he can just keep chilling. Let's see what we got here. 10 production or 50? I don't know. 50 happiness. 10 production seems pretty minimal. Although when all you're building are a bunch of slingers, that would have been helpful. Oh well. Scout movement? Let's do scout movement over that, because, quite frankly... So, what am I looking for here? I don't want a merchant yet. Well, I might. I might. I can't buy a settler? Why? Why won't you let me? I don't understand how the math works sometimes. So we'll just build 2. We'll just build 2 in a row real quick as soon as we possibly can. Now, let's go ahead and do a little bit of damage here. Bring in some backup to do a little more damage. Bring in a leader to get some experience on him. Your individual units don't get experience. Your leaders get experience. And I'm gonna be blunt, I don't like it. I hope that changes. Or I can find some good mods. But for now, I'm okay with it because it's still new and different. And I'm looking for new and different. I had actually uninstalled Civ 6 because I had just gotten bored. I had gotten to the point where I just kept re-rolling starts until I would have ridiculous, absurd, either wonder or just ridiculous yield starts. Or I was playing with Secret Societies and Heroes and Legends, and, you know, it was to the point where it, like, wasn't even Civ anymore. You know, it was a very, very weird, it was a very weird experience, so... It is nice to have something new and different, even if it's not exactly what everyone, myself included, thought it was going to be. I have a lot of faith that they are going to build it into something more worthy of the name it carries and the legacy it's carrying. We'll be able to grow our city again, so now we're going to grow into the horses, so that is fantastic news. I'm going to go to sailing next so that I can, one, get my scout back and start using him for something besides parking on the side of the road. Let's go ahead and draw these guys into my army and move him down to where this other slinger and this warrior are going to be. We're going to get all 4 of us together, and then we're going to go do some silly shit. Stuff. Some silly stuff. We're going to go meet this warrior and attack her. Because I haven't done any real aggressive early game fighting yet. Oh, now you'll let me buy a settler. Okay, well I will then. Writing. Writing is important. I mean, like in every Civ game, writing is important. You should know that, guys. Get learned. But also, be tough. So yeah, there's a lot I'm not 100% sold on, but there's a lot that I do like too. And I feel like there's a god-awful lot that's like right under the surface that they either have not fully implemented because they knew that they, as much as I hate the bottom line argument, that's what it is. Okay, so yes, up there is a good spot, but not a great spot. So 1, 2, 3, so there. Okay, so there is another good spot, but not great spot. 1, 2, 3, three's to there, so I'm gonna want to go somewhere in there, next to the salt. This here looks like where I want to go. For now, anyway. With that character, with that one. That one is where we're going. You got one more settler being built, correct? Yes. That makes sense. Let's buy you another slinger, though. Let's buy you another slinger. That feels like a good use of your time. Oh, Miss Harriet Tubman. We can be friends.
You gonna be my
we can be
friend
friends.
or my foe?
Good. Good. She supported it. So that was a solid culture exchange. Sometimes they get a little finicky with you. These artificial intelligences. So she's to the southeast. I'm not gonna fight her. At least not right away. Because I am a gentleman and a scholar. Oh. I don't like that those archers were trying to kill me so fast. That ain't cool. I thought we were gonna be trying to be friends, Still got a couple more turns before we can become friends, apparently. That system I also do not particularly care for, but you know what, that's alright. Okay, so we're going to... We're going to build a wonder. It might feel like a weird move to build a wonder. Right, is that not? Oh, geez. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Okay. I don't want another settler. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Because I can hold 4 now. Okay, so cool. But we're going to build a wonder first. Okay. Sorry, guys. Got it figured out. Took a minute, but, you know, we're on the same page now. Okay, so do I want to go here so there's better space, or do I want to go here so there's better water options? I definitely want to go... Okay, you know what? We need to rethink that, because that area is wide open. I need to actually think about where I'm going to go from a... So I can go up here reasonably even. So there is actually good. This is awfully close to hostile territory. Like, awfully close. I'm gonna do it anyway. In fact, that's probably the smartest move, is to forward settle them as best I can. In fact, that's probably the only move, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, so you're gonna have to go back up here, though. We're gonna have to do a little, work here. And we're gonna go up to turn 30. Because that's where I feel like we're gonna be at a good stopping point. Getting your first 2 or 3 settlements built is of the utmost importance. Building the wonder like I'm doing this early is probably kind of pointless, if I'm being honest, unless you're really, really hyper-focused on a wonder start. I really don't see it as that necessary. Alright, so let's deploy those guys. Or they can actually do something with themselves. Do something with your life! Ooh, we met someone new. Oh, Pachuti. Pachacuti. I'm such an asshole. Spent my points trying to make friends with tribal villages. Sorry, buddy. I don't got any left for diplomacy. I know. Just utterly classless. Oh, he wasn't close enough to get the experience from that? That's bullshit. That is not cool. Not cool, McFly. Not cool at all. Alright, you know what? Build it. Get them dates. Get them dates. Heck yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Looking good. I'm hoping there's another spot there, but if there's not, I don't care. Alright, so what are we looking for here? We got promoted. Hot dog. Let's go with the assault first. I almost never start with that one. Feels like a good one to start with. Suction them all in there. Alright, so what are we looking for here? He wants to start a farmer's market. If I support, we both get plenty of food. If I accept, I get. You know what? I'd rather get the money than the food. And now I don't have to spend my diplomatic points. Extra happiness for both, or she gets... Or I get influence and she gets happiness. I don't need the happiness at the moment. I'd rather have the influence. Because I'm going to stay at my settlement limit, so I'm not super worried about what comes of it. Or what comes from the happiness crusade game, however you want to look at it. You would have thought it was going to have units that I could choose from. But I guess there aren't any units available for Neapolis to buy. Somewhat odd. Influence in all settlements, or 16 influence in general. Well, yeah, that's kind of a no-brainer. 8 turns. You know what? We're gonna take this option with we're gonna keep boosting our diplomatic gains instead of taking the double hit. Now, see, this is where we're gonna spend it though, because 6 gold per turn is a big. That's a 50% increase. I'm trailing in civics. You know what? I'm okay with that. Like, legit, okay with that. Ah, there wasn't. That's okay. We can squeeze a couple settlements in. We can build wide instead of tall. We can build wide instead of tall. I'm okay with that. Now, can you buy a unit yet? There you can. There you go. Oh yeah, I don't have any money though. Oh wait, no. I bought one. That's why I don't have any money. Can't afford them both, so I'll have to take the +2 on that one. That's okay though. Let's see. She's at 18 science and 24, so she is a little bit ahead of me. Not much. 13 science and 18, so she's a tiny bit ahead of me and behind my culture. And 28 culture and 14. So yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. We're on Viceroy. We're one level above normal. I will open my borders to you for my for that money. I'm okay with that because I just spent it. Yep, trailing in tech too. But you know what? That is going to change. All right. Do I want to be coastal? That is the answer. That is the answer that I want to give. All right. So we are going to unlock that chicken first. You're going to go in here. Do yourself a little fortification. Next turn, you're going to do yourself a little fortification, and we're going to build over here and over here.
Eye.
It's going to be great.
The spoken
You guys don't even know how awesome it's going to be. All right, so we're going to get rid of that scout movement because that's dumb. We're going to bring in the priesthood. We're going to get rid... the science is already kind of low. Let's get rid of charismatic leader and bring in influence. I feel like influence is going to be more useful. Culture or happiness? Happiness. Influence or codex? Influence. Bronze working or masonry or sailing. I'm behind, so we gotta go with the low point stuff to catch up. Gotta do a little catching up with some low point stuff. So let's build fortifications with you too. Merchants. All right. Now I am too far away from anyone, which kind of stinks. Kind of stinks. You would think I'd be able to reach her, but I guess not. Oh, these mountains are all in the way. You gotta go all the way down here to get around it. I need one more city down here somewhere probably to reach her. I need 115 to try and befriend them. I have found suzerainty is very much worth it. Suzerainty is very much worth it. So actually doing that is for sure the smart move. Go ahead and join this army. We're just going to keep resting with them because they are injured. I've got two slingers, and do I still have a swordsman down here? Yeah, and another warrior down here. And I think there's 4 full units in this now. Yeah, so 3 slingers and another warrior. So that's going to be 5 slingers and 2 warriors total that I can bring into battle. And I'd like to play until I get the Hanging Gardens built and start that war. Let's go ahead and move culture back in. Perfect. Let's do a little healing with you.